So once you start feeling confident as an accompanist, you can now start learning how to become a soloist. A soloist plays the melody to the song and accompanies themselves. In the intro, which I played just now, I was playing the melody of Swing Low Sweet Chariot, and I was accompanying myself. That's what we call solo piano playing. By the end of this lesson, you should be able to add some basic left-hand accompaniment to your melody. When playing as a soloist, it's important to remember that the melody is the most important thing. This is what your audience listens to and sings along to. So make sure you get a beautiful legato in your melody. If you're not sure what legato is, or if you need a reminder, just watch the video that I made on legato. Usually the left hand provides the harmony to support the melody. So the left hand should not overpower the melody but rather accompany it. The key is balance. So make sure that the melody stands out and sings while you keep the accompaniment soft and supportive. For this lesson, let's use a song that we already know well. You can then transfer this information to other songs. So let's visit all-time classic Mary Had a Little Lamb. Here's the melody. Actually, you know what? I quite like the tune as it's presented in the Suzuki piano books. It's got a playful character, so it goes like this. I'll count us in. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a nice song to practice on because it uses just 2 chords. C, and let me play it here. Yeah, I think that's where it's played in the Suzuki book. So we avoid middle C for a little bit. So it uses C, which we're just going to play like this with finger 5 on C, then finger 3 on E, and the thumb, finger 1, on G. For our G chord, because remember it's got 2 chords, C and G. For the G chord, let's play that in first inversion. So we're going to put pinky on B, because again, shortest possible way. That's the way to go. D. So I've got C and G. Okay. So just to get the balance right, I want us to play the first note of the melody followed by the chord. So I'm going to go. The goal here should be to make sure that that the chord is softer than the melody note. Soft chord. I'll try that again. Really listening. So do that a few times by yourself, and then once you get the idea of the sound that we're looking for, hands separately, then you can try and play hands together, or rather at the same time, while maintaining the same balance, like this. So you try it hands separately, then you try it together. See, I'm happy with that because my melody is standing out and this is doing its job, which is accompanying. Okay, so here is a chord chart for Mary Had a Little Lamb, so you can follow along. Okay, I'm gonna try and play the whole song. Really listen. Okay, again, remember the key, or the most important thing, is balance between the hands. Okay, make sure the melody is king. So once you've got a good balance and you feeling comfortable playing the song, hands together, you are now ready to start making your accompaniment more interesting. So, what if we break up the chord into two parts? So instead of just that, if you play the bottom note by itself, followed by the top two notes, sound like this. Right, so you can go. And for the G, you could do that and come back to C. Okay. So actually let me try and add the melody to that. So I like the way that sounded, actually. Right, good balance between the hands and everything. You could even try and add or create some more rhythmic movement. Okay, by playing those top two notes, maybe instead of just once like I was doing, maybe you can play these notes 3 times, like 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I was going to say 1, 1, 2, 3, but that doesn't make sense. So I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. For G, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me bring back the king, the melody. Okay, I'll just end with the full chord because, well, that's the end, right? Okay, so you can definitely try and spice up your accompaniment by breaking the chord into 2. I'm now going to give you another way to style your left hand. This is very common in classical music and is actually known as an Alberti bass. Alberti works quite well here around middle C. So basically, instead of playing the chord together like this, you break the chord and you play the notes in this order. You go the bottom note first, then you go to the top note, and then middle and top. Middle, top. So, you know what? One thing you've got to be careful with here is the thumb, because I made that mistake right now. Make sure that your thumb is soft. The thumb is such a strong finger, so it can dominate sometimes. So, make sure you keep it under control. I'm sure you've heard this in songs like again, if you're paying attention, all I was doing was playing the C chord in root position, and I think I went to that inversion of the 4 chord, came back, and then that inversion. That exercise that we practiced in our previous lesson, actually. Right, so I want us to try this on Mary. Actually, you know what? Let's try it maybe on a different song. Okay, you can still feel free to try it on Mary the Little Lamb. But I think let's play it in Lightly Row. Okay, so Lightly Row is a song that we've already done, and here are the chords for Lightly Row. Right, I'm going to put them up here, and I'm just going to be playing my Alberti bass. I'm going to remove it actually from middle C, and I'm going to play it down here. So, and I think that's how it's presented in the Suzuki book as well. So Lightly Row was. There are quite a number of things that we covered in Lightly Row, so if you haven't watched those videos, please make sure you do, because there's all these repeated notes, there's legato, there's sections that need to be memorized, so please make sure that you check out this video and learn Lightly Row. Okay, so I'm going to play that with an Alberti bass. Maybe I might listen to my balance one more time. So right hand followed by left. If I think I've got it, I'm also going to remind the thumb, stay under control, buddy. Right, so here it comes. chord 5. Okay, so aim for that same balance, and just like I did, see if you can play it slowly, and then only when you feel very comfortable can you speed it up. So like maybe. So there you go, you've got 2 songs now, Mary Had a Little Lamb and Lightly Roan. Okay, so practice these 2 songs until you become very comfortable playing the melody with accompaniment in your left hand. Practice slowly and listen very carefully. I also recommend listening to, if you haven't got it, there's a Suzuki piano CD from volume 1. It's got very nice recordings with a good balance. I especially like the recording by Haruko Kataoka. Okay, but I think the ones with, I think it's called Azuma, those are also fine. Okay, so in the next lesson, we're going to learn another very common song, Amazing Grace. We're going to play it both solo and as an accompaniment. So here's the link to that video, but before you go there, as usual, please make sure, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel, like the videos, and comment, ask questions. Okay, happy practicing, and I'll see you next time.